Hey guys, and welcome to this video. I'm going to dive into 2022 in this video. And I will be going a bit back and forth in my notes because the messages are from several different channelings that I've been re-listening to. And some information I've been receiving as I've been sitting in and communicating with them. I will say though, it's really important to stay aware before you start listening now as to what you expect and what you, like from what energy you are meeting this video with. Because we are learning to navigate everything in our lives from more of an energetic standpoint. We are learning to experience the world more on an energetic level, to be aware of what energy we make a choice from, what energy we engage with something from. And especially with something like this now, be aware if you're either expecting, like a savior for next year, just tell me that everything is going to be all right, or if you're expecting like an end-all be-all answer of how next year is going to be, you're not going to get that in this video. It is a perspective of how things looks as to how it's going to unfold. What is really important is to stay present. And the sort of issue I have with these kind of videos when I share these messages is that it can easily take you out of the present moment. It can easily take you into starting to either not do something you were thinking of or take action on something because you feel that, oh, but it's going to solve itself anyways, or it's going to make you start prepare for something, or it can affect you because you are being taken out of the present moment rather than staying in yourself, in your heart, and learning to use your intuition as you navigate your world and make decisions from your empowered point and center. And that's why I want to start this video by saying that, because I really want to make that the main point in this video. The really most important thing right now and through the whole of next year and the years coming is to stay present. It is to be in your heart, to learn to navigate more and more and more, make choices based on your empowered state and your intuition, your feeling, and not something you hear from the outside. So it's my hope that you can use this video to gain a wider perspective on how things might move and what energies are forming as we are moving closer to 2022. And not as a end-all be-all answer, not as a savior, and not as something that takes you out of you or distract you. Because it's the only way this type of information can be helpful is if you take it in and empower yourself, and you discard what does not resonate. You use what resonates for you, and you move forward in your life, present, empowered, and with an open heart. So that being said, what I've been receiving from about 2022 is that it's a year of coming together. It is a year of contrasts, and it's a year of coming into our hearts. I shared about a year ago a channeling that I had about 2021 till 2024, and I said already then that 2022 would be a year of coming together. Now what that means is that as the systems are falling, we will need more community. We will start having more connection with others. So there are different layers to this. It's both that we will build up more communities. We will start seeing new people start co-creating things, finding each other, building new networks. There has also been a lot of relocations throughout 2021, and there will still be a lot of people relocating as we're moving into the next year. These relocations will also lead to people coming together because there are new connections, there are more soul recognition between people in the way that because of relocations, because of new connections, because of completely new ways of networking or new needs that are being formed that will make us look at networking and connecting with people from a different point, which will make it so that we come in contact with people on a different level. And some of these will most probably be souls that you are very connected to. And so more people will have these experiences of soul recognition. It will make it so that people see each other in a very different way, because we will see the true value of people in a very different way than what we have done. We are so not only for 2022, but in the way things are moving, we are, and many are experiencing this already, and that will only increase. So the relation we have with time will change. Time, as we are rising in frequency, our understanding of an experience of time will change. And so the value of people will not be measured as much in time as it has been. And because of the contrasts, because it will be a year where we see a lot of contrasts, that also allows for seeing the quality in another rather than only the difference. We are now seeing a world where there's a lot of separation, there's a lot of divide, and we will continue to see that for a while. What we are moving into, if you look from an even higher perspective than only what you can see playing out around in the world, in the physical, is a moving towards unity, towards open heart. Now, as we are walking towards that, it looks like turmoil, it looks like chaos, it looks like challenges. It also looks like joy, new connections, a lot of epiphanies, shedding of old beliefs, shedding of old identities, because the more you shed of what you are not, the more you become of what you really are, which allows for those people to come in, for the connections to be made on a very different type of interaction and beingness. And when we see the quality in each other rather than the difference, that's when we can build on the true value of someone and of gratitude. It is, so we have been experiencing, many of us have been going through experiences that have, how can I say this, that have helped us becoming more aware and what we often refer to as awake, that have been in some way of challenge or suffering. And one of the things that they've been telling me is that you have to start to also change the belief around suffering being a means to grow. Because we are, okay, how can I explain this in a good way? maybe I can just read off that part. Let me see. Because we have been so attached to what we are seeing, to who we think that we are, and we have been programmed from a very early age, and that's something that made us more receptive for manipulation, as long as the surroundings and the leading paradigm and reality, which is the illusion, didn't resonate in depth, we wouldn't awake to what was going on around us. So what it often took to shake up something so that we would feel that resonance, that deep resonance, that is our truth, it often took suffering to evoke that. And then when we sort of realized that and we got in touch with that sense of resonance, our lives started to change, because we had to make a lot of changes. We had to continue knowing who we are. We continued seeing more and more, and that's how we will, continue to evolve, because there's so much we don't know, and that's so amazing. Very frustrating at times, but really magic. The complete detachment and the unplugging from the systems, from the entertainment, from the identity, and the moving into the stillness is what has allowed for something deeper to be ignited and to be felt. What we are on long term moving into is that not being necessary, because what we will do and move into is that we will be in an open heart. We will start to align with frequencies of a desired experience, and we will create that experience by aligning our energy to it. So only by being and aligning our frequency, we will create the new experiences. And so some people are living that way now. Some people are far from that in their experience, and there's no right or wrong or good or bad in that. But it's the way we are moving. So being aware of the beliefs around, oh, I need challenges, I need suffering in order to grow and evolve, because that's not how it will be. So it's a good thing to be aware of. There will be people transitioning. There's had a lot of turmoil, also on local places. So there will be different experiences and different things going on in different parts of the world. And we will move into more open hearts, which is what we will need to do in order to move towards unity, in order to see the divide, the separation, and in order to not be, so we can be distracted, and we can be in fear, and we can, be pulled off our center till a certain point, and then we will realize, is what they're showing me, that we need to start to work together. We need to start appreciating, having gratitude, and seeing, like I mentioned before, the true value of someone rather than the difference, and see how we can work together in order to create something from an open heart, which means that we will also be moving much more than we already have out of the type of savior and ego way coming from that when we are doing something, because we will be coming more from the open heart rather than from the ego, with the experiences we're going through. That's what we are moving into. I'm just going to check my notes. Yes, be really aware of harmony and creation. Be aware of those frequencies, how it feels in your body, because those are two of the main frequencies in what we are moving into, is what I told me. So be really aware of bringing that into your being and move towards it. So how does the harmony feel in your body? How does creation feel? Bring it in, bringing that feeling, no matter whether it's something you feel you don't experience now in your current situation now or at some point during the year, but start connecting with that feeling. Bring in that frequency, because that's the way we will start moving more. We will bring a frequency in and align with it and move towards it from an open heart, rather than from analyzing something, playing strategies, saving other people, judging other people. The experiences we will have will help us move out of those and into the others, into the open heart, into more harmony and creation. So it's helpful to start practicing coming into those frequencies. Let me take a look. Yes, we will also move towards more or deeper connection with the nature. More people growing their own foods. More people, for example, communities is one of the potentials that have shown me. Communities growing food together, people doing or providing what they know how to do, what they're good at, what they enjoy doing, and so people will together create things, and these small communities. Deeper connection with the nature, in the sense that we are spending more time in nature, we are experiencing more in the body. It's really important to come into the body, connect with the earth, and connect to the nature, because the more we will try to get away from something or resist our experience, we will not be present for the changes in the body, because the body is continuing to shift. And so it takes that we are fully in the body. It's really important. And when we are really deeply in the body, we are also experiencing more connectedness with the nature, because the body is of the nature. And so they say that humans will again become part of nature and rise, because it's from that point we will rise again. And they've said that there will be deeper connection to and a wider experience, or an experience of a wider range of elemental energies. And I have been referring to this before, and I've seen this for next year as well, the elements starting moving more on the planet. And there will be a deeper connection into where your physicality currently expresses. So in any moment where you find yourself physically, there will be a deeper connection to that place. So whether it's the same place the whole year, or you're changing places, the place you are, you will feel deeper, because you're coming more into your body. And it all has to do with a lot of systems falling. And so we won't have that structure that we are in the same way that we are used to distract ourselves with structure our lives around. And so that will bring us back in. We need to be in our bodies. We need to think in new ways. There will be new creations. There will be new technologies starting to come out, deeper connectedness to nature, and things will be in a way more simple, because we are letting go of detachments, because we are letting go of distractions, because we are coming more into our hearts. They have showed me, they told me that the frequencies of 2022 will start coming in already in the end of November 2021. So even though the way we count our time is like from that minute till the next we are switching the year, that's not how the energies are working. And the energies that will be felt as 2022 will start being experienced in the end of November. What I say is that it's really important to stay present now and not stay in the waiting for that to happen. Because what is creating the next moment is what you do in this moment, what you think, what you feel, how, the whole part of creating something. And it's really important to stay present to that instead of only waiting for something you hear is going to happen. Because it's happening when we create something. And there's a lot of momentum on things. So the way it looks, and I've been shown now, is that it will be pretty intense. They call it the Great Turmoil in the beginning of the year. March and May has been highlighted to me. And as it looks now, there will be things shifting in May. So the way it feels is a bit of a less tension after that than before. Now be aware of that. That's the potential of a timeline that is being shown now. There's so many things happening up to that point. There's so many choices each and every one of us will be making up to that point, so that can change. That's how it looks from this moment. Let me think. Look. Yes, there will be they said by being you and keep shedding what is not you, that is something that will create more points of resonance, because the more you're shedding of what you are not, the more the light of who you are is starting to shine more, and that will create points of resonance for other people that will help turn them on. So it's a bit like I've been talking about before, that instead of walking around and trying to change people or trying to like shake them up or bring your opinion onto someone, be present and make your decisions and have respect for what other people are doing. They have their own journey and you don't know how that journey is. You're not walking that person's shoes. But what we can do to help the collective is to stay present. It is to have an open heart. It is to start seeing the quality in another rather than the difference when we are presented with the contrasts. It is to be you, because that frequency is what ignites that same frequency. It's what can help turning on more of those Christmas lights, if you want. It's not from going and changing someone or putting your opinion onto them. It's by being you, by being an example. Let me see. There are so many points. Yes, the magic. They also said where is the magic in your life? When you notice it, you create more space for it. Let magic and presence be goals for you. Because when things are challenging, or there's turmoil in the external experience and in our lives, and there are people transitioning, there are big shifts in how we are living our lives, there are systems falling, it's so easy to be caught up in that experience and start identifying with it, being present with the emotion, but also always being aware of looking for the magic. Where are the small points of magic in your life? Because when you start noticing them, it makes you feel gratitude. It makes you open your heart more. And by noticing it, you will start seeing more and more of it, and you're creating more space of it in your life, and it will become more of it, more synchronicities, more magic moments, more gratitude, more open heart, and it expands more, and it continues. So keep practicing being aware of the energy. What energy is something coming from? From what energy do you make choice? From what energy are you doing something? Make conscious choices, being aware of where you're coming from without judging ourselves. Because we're constantly growing. When we make mistakes, we learn. And it looks like things are going to start happening and intensifying quite rapidly. And that's why they've been saying that they want to give these tools also, because it's so important to remember that we are creating while the turmoil is going on. So looking for the magic, seeing the quality rather than only the difference in others, connecting with the nature, connecting with other humans, being open for new networks, being open for new ways of doing things, and coming back to nature more and more is something we will be experiencing. The more we are shedding what we are not, the more transparent we will also start being. And just as a side note, in the end, as they said, that we will experience a wider range of elemental energies and a deeper connection to where your physicality currently finds itself, meaning in any moment you find yourself. There will be a deeper awareness for many of other localities. You also have aspects simultaneously or doing work, because we're becoming more aware of our energetic body. And as we know, our energetic body can, or etheric body, or we can be in different places at the same time. And this has been coming in very strongly for the last days, that the more we are coming into our body and the more we are starting to move with energy, the more we are starting to create and be aware of how we're using our energy to create and to create the new, even though it looks distracting, distorted around us. We are coming into our own power. And when we are in contact with that energy that we really are, we also will start becoming more aware consciously on what we are doing, and where we're sort of playing a role, also outside of the physicality, and experience that with more awareness in the physicality. I hope that made sense for you. I do think I have covered most. I hope so. So 2022, a year of coming together. That's the main thing they said, or they called the year. The divide is moving, or will be moving, from what they showed me, a very visible separation and divide, into more of a neutral, neutralizing of that divide, and we're moving towards unity, which really all of this is about. And the coming together is also about this empowerment and this energy, because we will experience that when we are putting our intentions, our open hearts together, and we're coming together, that amplification of the energy that we are and that we hold, we can create much more than we are, well, most of us are aware of. And we might get some experiences and surprises with that. So it's really time to be very conscious and aware of creating, at the same time as you're present with your experience, with the whatever is coming up in your moments, coming back to the body, open heart, and connecting with each other. That's how we will move through this. I really hope this is helpful for you, that you gain some insights, some ideas, some tools. I am looking forward to move towards 2022 with you guys, with first November and December. If it resonates, please share this video. It's helpful for me. I really appreciate everyone who's commenting. I love reading your comments. Thank you for being here. I wish you a wide, open-hearted 2022. Lots of creation, and I hope you are doing okay, well, enjoy, in despair, no matter how you're feeling. I hope that you are feeling a bit more empowered by listening to this, and know that no matter how something might feel in any moment, that we are moving towards unity with a huge momentum. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.